Hello, welcome back to Sabretooth at Nethemba, where we care about your security. So let's just get this started. Pickle Rick. Apparently this is one of the easiest systems on here. However, Rick, my friend Rick, not Pickle Rick, not Rick and Morty Rick, has sent me challenges to this, which I'll go through in a minute. I'm going to join the room. I'm going to start the machine just so we can get a IP running. So before I even go into that, whilst we're waiting for this minute, let me discuss Advent of Cyber. It's that time again where TryHackMe are releasing one challenge a day, plus there's also the extra challenges as well. Somebody has asked me, can I go through Advent of Cyber on the channel? Not easily, because they're releasing one system a day for 25 days or something, and I'm releasing one TryHackMe system a week. We're going to be 25 weeks. It'd be about May by the time I finish this, unless I do a few a day, which I don't have the time for. So this year, no, unfortunately, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Next year, maybe I will change things so that I can release a video a day just for Advent of Cyber, but for today, I'm afraid I can't. I do apologise for that. It's just limited time, guys, you know. So this one looks interesting, despite it being a relatively easy box. There's some people only with like part access. Interesting. Okay, this is the challenge. I've been told that it has not a root flag or anything like that. It has 3 ingredients that we need to find. Here is the challenge. Not time-based. Number 1. Get all 3 ingredients without getting a shell on the system. No shell whatsoever. I might get a shell after I've got all 3 ingredients just to say that I've rooted it, but I've got to get all 3 of these files without. Okay. Secondly, this one's a complicated one, and I don't quite understand what Rick's getting at, but he says the second and third ingredients, get them in 4 different ways. So I don't know what that means. Whether I can do like 3 on this one and 1 on that one or whatever. So I need to find 4 different ways of gathering both of these ingredients or between them. So I'm not quite sure what that means at the minute, but we soon will find out. So no shell. Wow. Okay. So we're going to nmap T5, all ports, aggressive scam. And let's see what happens. So, what does it mean? Get it in 4 different ways. Does it mean like find 4 different ways in? Although I can't get a shell, can I? So 4 different ways of reading the file, maybe. I think that maybe. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Get 2 and 3 in 4 different ways. Okay. Okay, we've got SSH, which we're going to ignore. We've got port 80. Rick is super cool. Okay, he sure is. Maybe. Let's give this a go. I need your help. I've turned myself into a pickle again, and this time I can't change back. No idea what the password was. Okay. Okay. So straight off, looking in the source, we have note to self remember username. Okay. Source shows. What do we normally do on web? We normally look for robots.txt and then we go for a okay, and then we go for a GoBuster. Okay, that's just thrown me. Robots.txt contains connatins. I am assuming that this is a username and this is a password. It might not be. It could be an ingredient for all I know. But if that's a username and that's a password, then that could be the SSH. However, if I'm not allowed a shell on the system, I can't even try that. Unless I try it just to see if that's the case. And then if I do get a shell on the system, I'll immediately log out. How's that? I think that's quite a fair way of going about this. So let's try this straight off. Oh, seriously? That is so not what I copied. Should we try it again? Make sure it's actually on copy. Idiot. Permission denied. Huh. Well, that's the thing. I guess I'm wrong. Okay, in that case, let's go buster this and see what else we can find. So we have Go Buster. The U flag is the URL. The W flag is the word list. And I'm using the small word list because I can. Assets. Let's take a look in assets. Not a bad plan. Bootstrap fail, jQuery, pickle.rick.gif, portal.jpg, rickandmorty.jpg. So the question here is this a CTF type box? In which case, should I use steghide or something similar here? Keep it in mind. I'll keep it in mind. Oh, by the way, in my last video, I said that I was taking karate grading, if you remember. I passed, so I'm now a 4th Q in Shotokan Karate. Purple and white belt, so working towards 3rd Q now. At least that's done. It might just be a case of waiting, guys. There's not really much. I've only got 10 threads. I know it's done a third of it already, but how about we give it like 100 threads and see what happens? Because now it should reach a third in lightning fast time. It was on what, 30? Yeah, 33%-ish, wasn't it? And now it's already caught up, as you can see. So that is probably the way to go here. Give it a few more threads. Hopefully it won't start going crazy. If this doesn't work, then what do I do next? Images. I need to go into these images and use steghide and say, see what happens. That's not good. 100 is obviously too many. See, it would have been finished by now. I'm just wasting time by doing this. Let's do 50. Now everything's gone crazy now. So, site still running? No, I've killed it. I've absolutely killed this. So it seems that the site is not stable. This is a problem more so with try hack me boxes than hack the box. I think I might have to revert. I'm going to try this again. I'll just stop recording. I'll be back once it's all caught up. Oh, I'm back. So much later. I got sidetracked into helping out with stuff around the house. So, no matter. No matter. Site is once again... No, it's not down. I think I just used the wrong IP. I had to restart, didn't I? So, let's change that to this. And we'll go with 20 threads and see how long this takes. Okay, I've already got a dir search as well. I don't really want to run that at the same time because if I do, it will likely make this go all crazy and crash the server, you know. So I'm just going to let this run, just a small list, and then I'm going to let the dir search run. And then I think I might run the medium list whilst I start looking into these pictures and doing steghide and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm tempting to run this now, but I really shouldn't. I think 20 is probably the limit on this. Still, there's not long to actually wait. What else is there to look at? I mean, 3 ingredients, it says, so 3 files. I'm not allowed to get a shell. None of these look like the wubba lubba dubba dub, whatever it is here. Intriguing. Anyway, this is about done, so I'll just wait for that to hit 100. It doesn't look like it's finding anything other than assets. Maybe I should start downloading these pictures. We'll just run that because we can. as well. This is running a lot quicker, thankfully, as well. But I really don't know, other than, I mean, I wasn't warned that it was a CTF type box. I probably should have guessed, with it being based on Rick and Morty. Never really been a fan. Assets it's found which we know of. I assume this is this like PHP? Huh. Maybe just HTML then. Oh, HTML. Interesting. Because if I knew it was PHP... Oh, hang on. I mean, Apache, Ubuntu, yeah, it's going to be PHP. It's going to be a LAMP stack, isn't it? Linux, Apache. Oh, login.php. Why didn't I even think about that? Why did I not even think about that? Yeah, make sure that's dot though, shall we? There we go. We found it. Oh, and portal.php as well. Leads to login.php. Fine, that's okay. That's okay. So does search shows login.php, which I'm guessing this is going to give us access to. Assuming this is the password. Or maybe I just need to do a brute force on that as well. Nice. Command panel. Cool. Potions, creatures. Interesting. Commands. ls. I see. I see. So between... Oh, we've got clue.text. Okay. Cats. Clue.text. This is why I don't need a shell. Command disabled. Ooh. Well, thankfully, I can just grab clue.text, hopefully straight from here. Look around the file system for the other ingredient. Well, yeah, obviously. Print working directory. Where are we? Var www.html. Okay, fine. So if I'm after 4 ways of reading the ingredients, this will be the first one. I see. Okay. This has a command prompt and allows Unix commands, but some, such as cat, are disabled. Do you know what? Rather than skip steps and make things look weird, I think what I'm going to do is reload that with ls. So I'm going to put ls and then see that. So this is the first way, direct. Okay, so I need 4 different ways of viewing these 3 files. Fine, cat is disabled. Right, in that case, ls home, Rick, ls home, second ingredients. So I can't cat that out, can I? So what about less? Nice one. Cool. So I've used direct, I've used less. I'm guessing the last one's probably in root. Hang on, ls root. Oh, access denied. Sudo Oh, I can run everything as without a password as sudo. Nice one. I don't think sudo su would work because web shell, isn't it? So sudo. I've done less. I've done direct strings root / root.text. Oh, did that not work? Yeah, www data. So let's cd into root. I can't do it that way, can I? Okay, let's try it again. Sudo strings root. Oh, it might not be root.text. It might be third ingredient or something like that. So sudo ls root third.text. Got it. Okay. Just going to put that there. Third.text. Right. So sudo strings root third.text. Why did that not work? Oh, no space. Got it. Right, so that's 3 ways. We've got direct, we've got less, we've got strings, more, maybe more. Maybe more will work. Hang on, what if I do sudo strings portal.php, like right here? Guess not. So I've done it. I've got the root. I'm after one more way. I've used less. I've used direct. I've used strings. I know. What about sudo base 64 with the I flag on root third.text. Just grab that a second. And what we're going to do is then pipe that into base 64 decode. Got you. Right, okay. Challenge complete. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate that one. Right, let's get this finished. I do like Rick's puzzles. If you can think of any others, by the way, let me know, please. I've used strings. I've used less. I've used... I could always, I suppose, pipe it into... Not pipe it into, but put it into, like, another... Don't matter. Don't matter. Don't worry about me. Wow, that was fun. Easy box, but quite nice with the extra challenges there. I can see why you added the challenges, Rick. Appreciate it. So let's get this done. Base 64. Easy box, guys. Easy box. I know some of you are expecting a hard box today because I'm trying to keep things roughly equal. I'll show you in a second why I didn't do that. I know I've messed up the F. Do not care. Not needed. No. Go away. No, I don't care about that either. Right. So look, if I go here and I basically show the boxes that I've done, you'll see it would have been 12, 12, so you might have been expecting another one here. So for me to keep them all equal. But look, there's 156 easy, there's 207 medium, and there's only 93 hard. So there's double the amount of medium than there are hard. So I'm going to try and keep it proportionate for how many there are for each. Because otherwise, if I do that, I'll get through all the hard ones, and then the rest of it is just like easy, medium, and well, what's the point? So let's keep it proportionate. I think next up, last I did Shrek, which was hard, so did an easy one to balance it out. I think next up is an easy box on Hack the Box, and if so, then I'll do a harder one on here to make up for it. So that's just the way I like running. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry for the massive delay in the middle, not that it affected you at all. And thank you, Rick, for the challenge. Please share the video around, share the playlist around if you can, and visit nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.